This vlog is for the magician in you. You know, it took me a while to start consulting the magicians and do their destiny diagnostic and correction. For some reason, I would look at their matrices and not connect, didn't have the feeling. It just, the puzzle didn't come through. The puzzle of the energies that are in the bottle to make the genie come out. And we all are bottles with the energy soup inside. And the magicians are, they're governed by this inspiration and creativity. And on the flip side, it's an immense fear. And you know who you are. If as a child you played in the sandbox and created some beautiful concoctions in sandcastle or did projects in school, and somebody would just go and stomp on them and say they're not good. And they could be your parents, they could be anybody. But it's a reflection of you. It's that fear of you that it won't be accepted, it won't be received, that you need to overcome. They did not build this vulnerability in you. You come with this duality inside of you. And it's very hard to explain this energy. The consultation yesterday took a lot of energy out of me. But I rebooted myself today and got a tremendous amount of inspiration and ideas. It is the energy of spirit. It lives in the house of spirit. The smaller stacking doll that is inside of the other ones. And that spirit, you cannot motivate it, you cannot condemn it. It has to come to the middle. That fear is the motivation, that desire to explore, because the magicians were able to govern the unseen. The magicians had that ability and maybe got burned, learned a hard lesson, and now they're blocking it. And there are 30% of this population are the magicians. Don't ask me how, it's going to take a long time to explain. But it's a huge population of us. And these are the people who push the boundaries. These are the people who feed the rupture in the soul to come out, to express, to let spirit express. You can't become creative by going to school and learning the crafts. This is craftsmanship. When you are in magic, you allow it to go through you. Think about the great musicians and composers, the music that they bring. You gotta think they must be borderline lunatics. There is something in them that blocks that fear. It's a lunacy of sort. Otherwise, the doubt and the fear, you'll talk yourself out of anything. Before you start doing and allowing the magic, you will second guess and ask everybody, are you gonna like it? And that's that fear talking to you. You're reflecting it into the mirror of your own external reality. But you're born with a magician inside of you to create. Spirit create everything. You are in the spirit. There's nothing scary about it. There's nothing scary in the unknown. And we always push boundaries through the science. And the scientist, it's the lowest form of, if you will, spirituality, because it always wants to explain what is, and then it stops. All the great scientists couldn't go past what they did. Look at Einstein. He could measure something, but then he went behind the veil to understand that this magic is immeasurable by our cognizant mindset. Look at the phone that I'm talking to you. The frequencies always existed. The electricity always existed. We just didn't know how to harness it. But it doesn't deny the existence. So the ability to push the envelope and throw away the candle and come up with something that would be called nonsense by everybody around you until it becomes the cognizant reality by many. And that's the work of the magician. partially to do. That's why there's such a huge population of us wired with that duality of spiritual creativity, imagination to create, and with the flip side of fear. And the fear is your motivator, is your resource, and how do you harness it? It's your journey. It is your life's journey. It's your life lesson to harness your fear and go into the unknown and see that the moon by itself is not radiating anything. The moon, the dark moon, is just a reflection of the sun. So it's not dark and scary. It's a ghost of a sort. So I want to inspire the magician in you to embrace that fear, to make an ally out of it, and start studying the cycles of the moon. And find yourself a circle of like-minded people, not just a bunch of friends that you want to be, but people who are the magicians in their own right. And make that safe environment for yourself to be creative there. We are only creative when we save to unpack, when we let go the guard, when we talk ourselves out of the doubt and fear that you will be judged. My name is Lena Gerba. I'm a karmic life coach and founder of Empowered You. It's a project designed to help you live, lead, and love with wisdom and purpose. And if you want to know what's in your bottle, what's your genie, and how to befriend the energies that are in you and start playing with a cockpit in your plane and knowing how to run this plane in the direction you came for, drop me a line, reach out, and I'll help you.